Hello, everyone. We're here for a very Plutonian episode of Everything Under the Sun. Um,
Whoa.
okay, so wait, we got some. Oh, Mickey's here. Hold on. People are just starting to show up here.
Oh, no.
Merlin's here, of course. He loves this show. He had to scream outside the door. Mickey, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
You know, it's been a crazy day full of emotional labor, and I feel like it's appropriate to the transit, so I'm
Yeah,
still,
I'll give you that. I will give you that.
yeah. Kimber, what's up?
Um, sorry, I just was in the production meeting link.
Oh,
So I was
yeah,
like,
that's a
wait,
classic rookie move. That's a rookie move.
no, I have not done that before. I was like, where am I?
Yeah, I almost like don't want to send the YouTube link because people click in there, but then they can't send it to their friends for the chat. So
Yeah.
yeah.
How is everybody?
Glorious.
Good. Jenna, I just switched for a more somber hat.
Oh, I love that. We're
Yeah.
definitely using props tonight.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, wait, you got your background going, Jenna. What's
How
going
do you like
on?
it? Thanks, ChatGPT.
Oh my god!
Whoa.
There, it's not there actually.
Wow.
That's nice.
Oh, I see. Wait, the Mercury, Pluto, and is the Sun?
Aquarius.
Oh, okay, interesting.
And then there's the gates of hell. Where'd they go? Oh well, whatever.
Yeah.
Kimber, do you like my eye makeup?
No, I was like looking at it. I was like, what is this? I didn't know if it was a filter or real.
No, I went to Sephora and I told the lady that my producer really wants me to have dark eyes, and she was like, "What is this mentally ill woman doing in my store?"
Dude, there's actually some in the self-management for actors. There's a point in the book where she's like, get ready to lose your sanity for this business. Like basically, she said you have to like let the world think you're crazy to be an actor because people just think you're nuts.
Wait a minute. Is it this book that you're talking about?
Oh my god, you got it,
Oh, nice.
dude!
My background's all trippy. Yeah, I did buy it. I'm a hoarder.
Your Mars and Capricorn will like it.
Okay, all right. I like the darkness of it. It's already really calling to me.
I actually really suggest that you read that whole book.
I'm gonna need like a week.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
got.
go put a hat on.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll be back.
Yes. Jenna, I like that you're glitching in and out of reality.
On this show and in real life.
Yeah, it's good.
Debbie, you look kind of dark now too. Gosh.
Yeah, well, we're getting that vibe, I guess. It is that kind of vibe we're doing. And I am not kidding. I did a roll on my dice and I came up with Scorpio.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Scorpio.
Nice. That's good too.
Whatever, you know.
Andy.
Oh, all right.
Dude.
Very Mars.
Dude, it's not the right color because there's no Mars. The Mars is not up there yet.
True, yeah.
I just looked silly taking it off. Okay, we got someone new today. Tammy Lynn is joining us, you guys.
Hey everybody.
Tammy Terrell, how's it going?
Rockin' awesome.
Nice. Are you
Hey, guys.
ready for this really intense episode?
It'll fit the weather here.
Oh, that's right. It'll fit. Oh, Mickey, what do you got on your hat? That's cool.
It's just a cameo. I'm gonna
Nice.
put some wheels and things on it and steampunk it up.
Okay. Okay, interesting.
I
So
like it.
Jenna, do you think we should talk about the Sun Mercury Pluto conjunction? Like actually?
Probably. Warn
Alright.
everyone. No, just kidding.
Do you want to lead the discussion or should I or what do you want to do?
I mean, go ahead. You start.
Well, okay. So the Sun, Mercury, Pluto, and Pluto are conjunct. We know that Mars is also going to conjoin Pluto, but we're in this first phase of the Sun, Mercury, Pluto conjunction. So I think we should talk about the energies in general, and then talk about how it's hitting our natal charts and like what we're experiencing. So, what do you guys think of Sun, Mercury, Pluto conjunction in general?
It's like really highlighting opportunities to transform the way you perceive the world. There's one sentence.
That's
And also how you express it. How are you verbally, how are you thinking about it? How are you like handling it? You know, is it overwhelming you? Is it like you feel like, I don't know, overpowered, underpowered, under the ground? Like,
I think
Like it.
it's helpful though in this, in that Venus moved in first, and it was almost like preparing us to be a little bit more detached, a little bit like the idea of Venus as how we return to balance. It's almost like saying like it's okay to lean into this energy right now and the wisdom that comes with it, even if it is really uncomfortable in that we don't know. Well, there's a lot of uncertainty.
It's my natal placement.
Venus and Aquarius.
No, Sun, Pluto, Mercury.
Oh.
Yeah, oh, I know. In the 12th house. So I feel I have some understanding of this, but I like dictionaries. So I got out my big old dictionary and like in a magnifying glass, and I looked up Sun, Pluto, Mercury, and I got stuck on the word that I hear astrologer Rick Levine use, which is psychopomp. So I had to look psychopomp up, and I came up with the term, quote, preternatural rat catcher. So I'm throwing that out there.
I can't unhear that.
Do you want me to repeat it? I'll put it in the thing. Preternatural rat catcher.
What does preternatural mean?
I had to look that up too. And it's sort of the big old dictionary says, it's not really supernatural. It's above natural.
Above natural.
Wow. Rat.
Beyond natural.
So is
That
above
sounds-
higher
that
or
sounds-
less than super?
Beyond.
Unfathomable.
I'm thinking Neptune as compared to maybe, I don't know, Saturn, or I'm not sure. The beyond of the realm. But I'm mulling over this, so I'd love it. Any feedback you all have. There a couple of quotes from the dictionary was the fiery chariot in which the spirit was conveyed.
That is so. I feel like that the spirit being conveyed in a fiery. I mean, I feel like Pluto. I don't know if it's fire, but it's like like that's why I feel like with this energy, it's like kind of thing.
It has kind of the slamming of Uranus with the Aquarius being there. Like it's just very like ooh, 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 like uncomfortable. Where's my footing?
Relate to this.
I mean, I think the Mercury Pluto of it is like intense communications, like whatever. I mean, because the Sun Mercury Pluto is going to square some people's aspects and it's going to trine other people's. So we have to look at how it's hitting each natal chart and how is that affecting what's being communicated, through the Mercury Pluto.
Also could be like a transformation through some epiphany or some great new knowledge that you have, an awakening of some sort too.
So how's it hitting people's natals? Jenna, how's it hitting your natal?
Well, my Pluto is at 4 degrees of Scorpio, so it's squaring my Pluto. And my sun in Leo is 8 degrees, so it's not directly across from my sun, but via Pluto, it's kind of making this T square. I'm here for it. I love Pluto.
Well, you look very Pluto and Scorpio right now. Like I feel like you really embodied that energy.
Yeah, and my Capricorn Mars is this green shining through.
Jay-Z, what's it hitting in you?
Well, let's see. I guess it's square my Mars and sextile my sun. So, yeah.
It can't be sextile your sun. It's semi-sextile your sun.
Oh yeah, semi-sextile, right? It's one over, right?
Do you feel any square to Mars situation in the last few days? Have you been hard Marsing or what's hard Marsing?
I don't know. I have to think on that and get back to you.
Okay. We got an hour, so you can get back to us. Dizzy, do you want to come in here?
Oh, hey, Dizzy. Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Debbie, what's it hidden for you?
Well, all those three guys are opposing my Uranus in Leo at 4 degrees Leo.
Mm.
And it's going to be hitting my Chiron at 8 Aquarius, and then eventually my moon and at 16 Aquarius. So that's kind of fun.
Mm.
That what do you think of the Uranus piece of it?
I think it's going to be opening up some ideas for more creativity for me.
Sorry.
New visions, and to be able to take charge of that and say, okay, let's do this. Let me just do this. Of course, it's going to be about a lot of writing, which is that Mercury in Aquarius is going to be for me. Yeah.
Tammy, what about you?
It's hitting in my 7th house, or my 7th house is hitting me, I should say. Long-term relationship, and with that Pluto in there, although I don't have the depth of understanding as you guys do, I would say I have these new awarenesses, and all of a sudden I'm seeing things that I didn't really notice before. But at the same time, it's in conjunct my Mars and Libra, and so it's like, I just don't have the energy to deal with it. I'm aware of it, but I just don't want to deal with it right now.
Mickey.
It's trying my Pluto Sun Mercury conjunction. So it's giving me a strange energy. I just published a book, and I've been helping a friend through the death of her husband, which seems very plutonic.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Kimber.
It's in my 4th house in Placidus, and I feel like it's interesting. I think Pluto was on my IC when my divorce happened, and I'm planning to get married again. And really kind of, I've been acknowledging like where I've come a long way in understanding that freedom doesn't need to be given up or compromised within a relationship, and in the family you create, but still kind of working on forgiving that I did self-abandon in the past. And it's kind of cool if we think about whole sign in 5th house, because I feel like the wanting to be a clown or being open to different, like trying new things, or like Dungeons and Dragons, these are things I've always been interested in, and being creative, that I don't know if I could have tapped into if I hadn't like separated from a life that wasn't really aligned with like who I should be evolving into. So I see both.
Nice.
Whoa, that's deep, Kimber.
Yeah. I'm an Aquarius as well. I have a stellium, so maybe I'm just gonna naturally be deep today.
No, that's good. That's real Pluto. Deep.
Dizzy, what about you? What's hidden in your chart? Welcome. You're on mute.
In my chart, it's Venus and Pluto, and they have their square to this going on. Everything's square.
What do you notice? Anything? Okay. Well, it's squaring my Mercury at 2 Scorpio. And I spent all day like intense texting, like literally all day like this. After an intense episode last night. And it makes me think of just like the Pluto in Aquarius is squaring my Mercury in Scorpio, which is like I'm trying to like do everything for the group so that everyone's happy in the group, but like my Mercury in Scorpio is having to be all like really intense too. So it's just been kind of interesting. I have noticed in my life today, I can't say where, it's all confidential, but like there have been extreme intense circumstances among the populace as well. And I think if you're noticing around you that people are in it, whatever it is, like it's You know, so has anyone noticed other people acting intensely?
Yes. Last night, I went out to dinner with my kid's violin and guitar teacher and her 2 kids, and the restaurant we meant to go to was closed. So we went across the street to this sushi place, and then she like quietly discloses that her son is allergic to fish. And I'm like, so we had a sushi restaurant. And had I thought about it and the transits, I would have been like, we absolutely cannot go here. And during dinner, the table next to us smashed their water glass and it went everywhere. And it was like glass and they had to move and it was like wicked big, like production about it. They closed off that side of the restaurant. Then my daughter at the end of our meal is like playing in her chair, like tilted back. Her chair falls out from under her. She slams on the floor. The whole table like shoves it forward and then the glasses all fall. So it was like multiple glasses shattering. I was like, well, this is better than an anaphylactic reaction to our dinner, but
Wow.
I do think when these pileups happen, you know, the pileup in Capricorn, we saw that with the ice things and everything like that. I do think pileups, you know, a lot of people say, I do perfections because transits aren't really happening, or I do time lords. And I was like, if you don't see transits happening, you're not quite looking. Like when there are pileups, things occur. Like that ice thing was the pileup in Capricorn. Like obviously they're taking action in the government, and that's, you know, and then people are protesting, and like that is an action. And so if we don't acknowledge those transits, and I think if we don't acknowledge this energy of today, like, you know, we saw it at the Moyer Press. We saw it on an episode. We saw it literally come out. And so, like, if we just let that skate by and say, "Oh, that didn't happen," like we're remiss. We're not looking. You know.
Mhm.
So.
Do you think that Mars being at the anaretic degree of Capricorn, do you think this energy is almost more intense than when Mars joins Aquarius?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think when Mars and Pluto are exact and the moon triggers it, it's going to be intense.
Okay.
When is that? That's soon, isn't it?
Let's look.
What was that?
I'm wondering when that Mars is going to conjunct.
Exactly. It is going to hit the 27th at 6 p.m. my time.
Wowzers, coming right up.
Yep.
And the moon will be triggering it from Taurus on the 26th, 25th, 26th. So we got to watch when the moon in Taurus squares the Mars Pluto, because Mars will be within orb of Pluto, like right in the degree, and then moon will square it from Taurus. Now that's cooking with fire. So I think we can look at that.
At the exact Mars Pluto conjunction, the moon is at 1 degree of Gemini. So that actually could be a little softer. Like the moon could be helping, do you think?
Yeah, I think the trine will be softer. I think when the moon's in Taurus, we see the square. That's going to be a big trigger point, because it's not. People always think it's the moment that the planets are exactly conjunct to the minute. It's actually the moment that the planets are in orb, and then the moon triggers it from like a square. I would say that's the most intense part of the transit, personally. But I'm not saying I'm right. That's just one idea.
Agreed. I would support that too. I even saw that this week with like, I think someone tried to elect to do something at a particular time in a way to harm me, but it was when the moon went, like you said, earlier this week, when I actually felt the weight of it all the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, I this week was also, you know, having a thing, and I could categorize this as a Sun, Mercury, Pluto in Aquarius thing, where out of this book club, so it's very Mercury. It's a bunch of friends, so it's very like Aquarian, and it was very like deep, like a realization. There was a rift in the book club about what people thought the intention of book club was. So it got like really deep into like, why are you at book club and what are you trying to get out of it? And we ended up having to like just renew or reset the contract of like what we were going to talk about in book club, how we were going to approach it and stuff. And yeah, it was real deep, and it ended up causing a bit of a rift.
Very cognitive.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I will say there was a flurry of you got a flurry from people in the book club, which speaks to the zeitgeist of the transit. Like everyone's having a Sun Mercury Pluto
Yeah.
conjunction, hitting their charts in different ways. And as you, as the group leader, it's squaring your Mars. And so then you were like, cut it, kind of thing. But like everyone's transiting together. And you'll see that when you run groups. It's like, here comes the crowd, on transit. Sorry, Debbie.
No, that's good. You know what? It just came to me. I kind of put things, under the rug if it really kind of. So I've been having, I'm having technical problems with finding my files ever since I had 11, Windows 11, but today was just like the cherry on the sundae. It was just kind of crazy. I couldn't find my files. It's like, I really have to get somebody to teach me how to find my files. It's so crazy. I don't know what's going on. It could be OneDrive, or I don't know. It could be. I don't know what is going on with it. But Windows 11 has messed me up so much, and I'm trying to find, even with my external drive. I don't know what's going on, but
that happened to me. The clouds messed me up, like the remote storage, and then I can't find my clouds anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's so crazy, and I get so frustrated with that, because it's like, come on now, I'm spending an hour trying to find a freaking thing so I can put it into my, in my slides, and it's like, what the hell is going on? And it's got to be that whole electricity thing, that whole thing about that Aquarian energy with Pluto going, it's going to just drag you through underground, and then you got to get up and work on it, and don't let you lose your mind on it.
For when the moon is squaring the conjunction of Mars and Pluto, Neptune is still in Pisces, whereas when it trines it, Neptune has moved into Aries, and the moon's declination at that point is out of bounds. So I'm going to go against the group here, lean into the Aquarius energy, and say the trine's going to be crazier.
Dude, we're going to have to set up a research study.
We will.
I think it's interesting to notice the synastries here. Like Jenna has her Pluto on Jay-Z's Mars, on my Mercury. We're all square. Debbie's Uranus and Leo. We're all on Dizzy's Venus. Like there's a lot of synastries going on here. So that's just fun to notice.
Well, that's why we're here together, so we could all support each other through this, right? Yeah.
Oh, look, Olga's here too in the chat, and she says that she's getting Mars conjunct Pluto on her natal moon in her solar return.
Dang. Do y'all want to roll some dice?
Heck yeah. Jay-Z, do you have your dice?
Oh,
I can have my dice, but I just know you probably have the 8.
Oh no, let's do your dice.
All right.
He's gonna aggressively hit his dice.
If anybody has, I'm hearing some feedback. If anybody has the YouTube open in another tab or something, close it.
Yeah, I'm also hearing it.
We all see people in the same order as each other, right?
We do.
Okay, so I don't have to go. Well, I'll say it anyways. Andy 1, me 2, Debbie 3, Tammy you're 4, Kimber you're 5, Jay-Z 6, Dizzy you're 7, Mickey you're 8. Here we go.
All right.
4.
Tammy, where'd she go? Pluto ate her.
She's into the darkness.
Coming back.
She knew.
I will roll again.
Tammy, do you have a question for the group?
Tammy.
All right, roll again.
All right, 3. Debbie.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let's make it light. So what is your favorite dessert? And does it come into your, into your chart? Does it resonate with your chart?
Wait, how come you're being light on the Pluto episode? You're trying to lighten us up?
Yes.
Okay. What's your favorite dessert?
Me?
I'll go first. I can say what I've been eating for
Venus
dessert.
and Capricorn. I very rarely eat dessert.
There you go.
None.
Jay-Z?
Nothing at all, Tammy? Nothing? No? All right. Well, I was just going to say my Favorite dessert is, well, I like German chocolate cake, and I also like what's the the devil's one with it's like red with pepper. I don't know. But what I've been eating lately is a banana with cocoa powder on it. That's my go-to dessert lately. I have it every day, pretty much, that I have bananas.
Nice. Who wants to go next?
I'll go because
I'll
mine.
go. I love creme brulee.
Creme brulee.
Awesome.
Creme brulee.
And I have a Pisces Venus, but if it's on the menu somewhere, I will go. And my partner heard that I liked creme brulee when we first started dating and learned to make it and got a little torch thing to do it at home.
So sweet.
It is sweet.
Yeah, very sweet.
We should do the disclaimer, everyone.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Jana. Thank you.
Aware? Okay, we're all aware.
Okay.
I'll go. My favorite dessert, because Sam makes me eat so much protein. My favorite dessert is buttery noodles.
Carbs for dessert.
Yes.
Wow.
Where is that in your chart? Oh, so like, what's the second house? What's
It's empty.
well, yeah, but what rules? What signs on the?
Taurus, and my husband's a Taurus sun, so he's taken control. But I have a Venus in Virgo, so maybe that's part of it too.
Go.
Yeah.
Kimber, where was your second? Because I really kind of I think of second house when I think of dessert.
Scorpio, and my Pluto is on the cusp with opposite my moon, my Taurus moon.
So I'm just trying to figure out if that works with the second house. Maybe it's something else.
I mean, it's rich and there's heat involved.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Mickey, what about you?
It's chocolate in any form at any time, as much as I can get. And I wonder if it's Venus, which is, of course, what we love, right? What we want, what we desire, which for me is in my 12th house. And I have celiac disease. I'm gluten-free. So it's like I have to eat really good chocolate and only really, so maybe it still kind of fits there, maybe more than the second house, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Dizzy, what about you?
Well, interesting thing from my past. I used to work in an ice cream factory. And my favorite is something called affogato, which is like either a gelato or a hard ice cream with espresso poured over on top, and it is dangerous but wonderful.
Wow.
So good.
Mine is obviously donuts. I mean, let's be real. I eat a donut every day.
What kind of donuts
Have
do
you
you like?
had Tim Hortons then, Andrea?
No.
Ooh, you got to come up here and have some Tim Hortons. We got some.
Are
good
you
donuts.
inviting me on a donut date?
Always. You got to come up to Canada.
Oh my God, I'll come to Canada. I got a passport now.
Yay! I think we'll have a conference next year, probably.
Oh yeah, I like.
Somewhere in
If you
Western
have
Canada.
donuts there, I'll come.
So hopefully you can get paid to come and then have donuts.
Nice, and I can eat all you can eat donuts.
Ooh, all you can eat donut bar? What do you think?
Yeah.
Nice. So Debbie, I have Jupiter and Cancer on the second square Venus. That's why I eat a donut every day.
Yeah, I love donuts too. I do.
Olga,
right.
what's your favorite dessert? I was chatting in YouTube and Olga's in Facebook. But Olga, tell us your favorite dessert if you're still around.
All right, should we roll the dice again?
She's suggesting the moon is the food preferences. I'm rolling. Ready?
I could see that.
Yeah.
It's 4, and it's funny because we switched order, so it's Dizzy.
All right.
I thought I was 7.
You were.
Be open to the transformation of Pluto, Dizzy. Okay.
I love
four.
that though.
That's good. Yeah, actually, the indigenous group who's native to the area that I'm from, they're called the Nehiwak, and it means 4 parts people.
Wow.
So 4 is a very sacred number here.
Do you have a sacred question for us?
That's what I'm trying to think of now. What would be a good question?
Something really deep for the transit.
Something deep? Ooh. What's the deepest you've been in the ocean?
Ooh. I'm adding the banner.
So, Andy, what you got?
I think I've probably been up to my calves in the ocean.
Not deep.
That wasn't very deep. Who's been in the ocean? Raise your hand.
I was pulled out to sea in a riptide.
Me too.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I was way out, and swim. I was trying to swim out because it was all glassy and flat out there, and I didn't know anything about the tide because I was like about, I don't know, 10, 11 years old or something, and my sister was flirting on the beach, so I turned around and looked back. I was like, I can't see the people anymore, but I was taught not to freak out.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of slowly kept swimming for the shore at a kind of an angle and chugged along, and I didn't die.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Okay, yeah.
No transformation. No transformation. Debbie.
I was 16 and I got into where there was a wave that took me and I was facing, the beach. And so it took me from under my legs and pulled me up like that. My face and I was trying to push away, but I thought my back was going to break. I really damaged my back with that. And I did get out of it, but that was scary because, and I never really liked getting into the ocean ever again after that. Yeah.
A spooky
Of
conversation.
course, I try and ask something soft and lighthearted. But all those Scorpio places got me pulling out your guys' deepest trauma. I'm sorry.
That's proof that lightening up on a transit's not always possible. People are like, we want it deep on this.
Well, that's it. I have my Saturn. It's the lowest planet in my chart. It's down almost by the IC. It's there in Scorpio. Wanted to take me down.
Pulling you under and holding you there.
Pulling me over. It was weird. It was got right under my thighs and was pulling me up, like when my face was in the sand. It was kind of crazy.
Kinky.
Anyone else have an ocean story?
I consider those experiences of Poseidon. That's my way of understanding it. When you get ripped into that happened to me in Greece last year. Every episode I talk about my trip to Greece. Poseidon whipped me off the beach in Kalamata, threw me under. What was that?
Nothing.
Poseidon. But that's about it.
Well, I live by the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean here on the east coast of the U.S. in New England. And I have a very, very watery chart, and I love the ocean. I don't know that I've been, deeper than I could go snorkeling. I've never been scuba diving or anything like that. But I have tried to go in the ocean every time I get a chance. I've been in the Atlantic and the Pacific, and when I was in Australia, I went in the Indian Ocean. Even though it was the middle of winter, I was like, well, this is my chance. So I went in and got out real quick. But yeah, I love the ocean.
Kimber, how about you?
I've been snorkeling as well. I love the ocean. I've been in a riptide. If I'm in a boat, I will jump into it. But I've been deeper, if we're talking about depth in a pool. I was a lifeguard for 8 years, and so I would be dancing on the bottom of the floor, to 20 feet.
Wow.
I love water.
Didn't that hurt your ears?
you have to be able to, like, to be a lifeguard, you have to be able to go that deep in case someone is, well, they're definitely dead, but like submerged, to be able to pull them out. So no, I mean, they feel like they pop. It's the same as when you're in an airplane. You could do it, Jenna.
Maybe.
It's not that
Maybe what we should do is on the transits like this, we should go into the ocean and dive on the transit.
this
Field
would be a
trip.
good transit for like a polar plunge.
Oh yeah, we can polar plunge on a transit.
Or a visualization, a guided meditation into the deep.
Very true.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, let's
From the
just-
comfort of my warm house.
All right, roll the dice.
All right, here we go. 5, 1, 2. Oh, Dizzy already went.
Oh wait, you switched again.
Oh my God, I hit 5 again. 12. Nope, that's nobody. 11's nobody. 6. Jay-Z.
Oh, all right. Well, I had a question for all you astrologers out there, you working astrologers. Fast forward to 20 years from now, and you have a new client, a kind of young client that comes in and was born on the day of the pileup. They're like, oh, yeah, January 25th, 2025 is my birthday.
You mean today, 2026?
Yeah. Sorry, 2026. Yeah, like, or next week when the moon hits it, right?
Yeah. Wow.
What do you think?
What time? No, just kidding.
When the moon hits it exactly.
When the moon is in Taurus, square Mars, Pluto, in Aquarius, what is that child going to be like?
What are they coming to you for when they're 20?
20?
They're learning how to be the psychopath.
They're learning how to be a psychopomp. They're trying to be a preternatural rat catcher. I built them a rat deck in Magic the Gathering for their visit.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that.
I could see this person too, like, because they're in a first quarter lunar phase, and so like there's this tension in Aquarius. It's like you need to stand out from the group, but there might be this tension with not wanting to. Like, it's not always easy to not belong. And like with the Mercury Pluto, that you have a powerful voice or like just penetrating thoughts, and it's like, are we internalizing them and not expressing it? So I think it would be interesting to be like, especially at that younger age of just struggling with that, like you don't think conventionally, like you might not be fitting, and like working through that potentially. Like you're supposed to take a stand, you're supposed to not fit.
They also may be trying to find how they're going to, what is their job going to be? How are they going to be making money? How are they going to earn money and what kind of work will they be doing? And most likely, I would think it would be something artistic, or, intellectually, or, something like that.
I think they're there because they have a partner and they're having domestic violence problems. Because they have a moon square Mars Pluto and they're violent. I mean, but they're violent in game world because it's Aquarius. So many gamers are Aquarians and they like to get in game realm and just fight. So maybe they're like fighting. They're playing like World of Warcraft and they're getting in like fights or something.
I like what Olga said. Scientist.
Their south node being ruled by Mercury too, that whole stellium has so much wisdom from where are coming in with, that I'd be like, you need to make sure that you're not underestimating what your gifts can actually give to humanity. So tapping into your authentic self is the gift.
Maybe they're translating between stuff that, like people don't want to know about, or stuff that's buried, and communicating to the bigger world or something.
Yeah.
Maybe they're majoring in like sociology or anthropology or something, and they're fighting with their professor because like the moon Pluto's in their 9th house. I don't know. Like, where are they fighting is where I want to know. Like, it really depends on the house We're back to what time are they born?
They have Chiron in Aries, so they actually have a wound around that.
Oh God! Oh my God!
Not Chiron.
Yeah, Chiron and shove it up your ass.
Thank you, Randy.
I'll kill your Chiron.
But that
I'll
could
give
be
it a
someone who is
wound.
a maverick.
A
This
wound
is
you've
someone
never
who's
seen before. Sorry.
Heal the whole world.
They're also going to have, a kind of Saturn Neptune thing at the end of Pisces there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I think they're a nihilist anti-theist, and they want to know, what to do about that.
We're gonna stress anyone out that's watching that's giving birth next week. We're just like throwing all this stuff.
Wait, where's our disclaimer? We talk about charts here.
Yeah.
So we're talking about your unborn child's chart.
The possibilities are limitless, though.
Yeah.
yes, it is.
All right, we won't get sued.
Yeah, they might be really nice with their Mars Pluto conjunction. They might be really nice.
No. That baby is going to be deep. That
Yeah.
baby's going to be deep.
I
And
think
that's what the
squares in
parents should
opposition
know.
make you interesting, Like,
Yeah.
you need some inner tension.
They're going to be an AI tattoo artist.
Oh, nice.
Mm,
That's a way to do it. All right, we ready to roll?
yeah, do it.
Are we ready to roll?
1, Andy.
Okay, I got one for you that's actually deep, which is, what do you do on a transit conjunction of Pluto when someone is aggressively sad at you?
Wait, say that again?
Yeah.
What do you do when someone's aggressively sad at you? They're not like being mean or like they're not like being abusive, but they're being like super sad about whatever's happened.
Based on the transits that are now?
Yeah, I mean, like just in general, what do you do if someone's like aggressively sad? Like, let's say you made them dinner and then they're aggressively sad about what you made for dinner.
So
Let them be.
Yeah. What'd you
What?
say?
my child. You're pulling this from my autobiography. I tell him that that's his Sagittarius moon. No, I'm done.
You tell them to say, "I believe I don't like this dinner."
I believe this is awful.
Bring
Well,
out
I
the
mean,
clowns.
What is it?
Bring out the clowns.
Oh yeah.
If
That might make them a little more upset, but it might lead to happiness in the long run.
if it's like infiltrating your kind of space and your aura, what I like to do is be like, sadness has entered my field. Rather, like when people are like, oh, I feel sad, or I feel sad because these people are all sad around me. It's like, okay, it's just energy touching me and I'm autonomous and I can kind of separate from it. And I think that's kind of the first step of not being impacted by other people.
Hmm.
Andy, you're so good at questions. I mean, I would just ask the person, why are you so sad?
Oh, I know why they're sad.
Oh, okay.
I can't do anything about it. I mean, I don't know if I should take on the sadness or be like, toughen up, cupcake. I don't really know.
Well, I can tell you my mom would at my sister was always sad and crying, and my mom would sing "I'm a lonely little petunia in an onion patch" at her. And then we have this childhood picture of my sister crying in the hallway. She's holding her little stuffed animal and she's just crying. And my mom freaking like made her stand there and took a picture of her. Like, oh, my mom was so mean. So
well, it's kind of an assault. Like people think being sad is like, it's just like, like in that book, GZ, The Curse to be Disliked, it was saying that every time we're sick, sad, or suffering, it has a purpose. Like, so if you're sad and crying, it's like, what are you trying to get out of that? I mean, no, I'm being kind of theoretical about it. It's like, because it does feel, as a producer, it does feel like an attack when, like, let's say something happens in an episode and someone's really sad about it. I do feel like I need to take action, take the episode down. Like I need to do something.
Mhm.
It's like, what am I to do?
Well, I can say that too, that like, is let them be sad. I mean, that's the thing. They can be sad, but it doesn't mean you have to do anything about it.
Right.
I tell the story of my mom because she was kind of being a jerk, but I'm sure she was doing that to be defensive because the crying had, like you're saying, had a purpose. So if my sister had a purpose with the crying, what my mom was saying was like, well, I'm not going to let that affect me, right? Because as your mom, I feel powerless about like to keep my daughter who I love from crying, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, the sadness is in itself purposeful, and you know, you might think it's manipulative, or you might think that it's just like the person expressing who they truly are, or you might think like, but whatever it is, we can't know unless, like Debbie says, you have the patience to ask them all about it and you want to know. But in the end, it's them, not you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, I feel like sad and mad are not the same, but they're both an emotional expression. They're pretty, like, I feel like I see that a lot with Cancer. I'm Cancer Mars. And it's like, you can be a mad Cancer Mars, you can be a sad Cancer Mars, but it's like, if someone was aggressively mad at you for an episode, would you respond the same? Or is it that sadness gives you a different need to like respond? Because you know what I mean? It's like, and I don't
Well,
think
obviously, as a producer, I feel protective. Like I need to care for the person's life and limb. Like I need to make sure they're not hurt, you know. And because otherwise, we would be seen as a cruel production company, right? Like if somebody is sad about what happens in an episode, I truly want to do something to make them better. But if they can't get over it, it's like okay.
I
You
think
know,
you can
it's like,
apologize.
when do you say toughen up cupcake, and when are you cruel, and what is the boundary
I
there?
think
And
saying toughen up is not kind, but I think once you've said sorry, like once you've done what you can, like what Jay Z was saying, then they can have their own timeline to work through it, but then they're entitled to being sad still. Like it may not feel better, but it's like that's their, especially under and like over a certain age, it's like they have to hold that sadness and like release it when they're ready. Like it sounds like you've done what you can do, and like I don't know.
Yeah, if you just ask them, do you want to talk about this? Why you are so sad? Do you want to talk about it?
But if
I mean,
they
because
don't,
sometimes if they don't, then it's like you just have to move to the next thing, and they'll maybe because it's so embarrassing for them, or maybe it is
what if they
something
want
that.
to talk about it for 8 straight hours?
you still have a limit. I think it's like, and you're a Libra. I don't know. It's just like you have to have a balance for yourself. And I think it's
Yes,
if you want to
yeah.
pause and then come back. If you don't, like, I think sometimes it's better if this person's talking to somebody else. But it's like you can only be
Yeah.
there when you actually have the capacity to be there.
Yeah.
I think it's okay to refer them out around hour 2. Be like, I think maybe this might be pulling up some opportunities for some deeper work. Have you thought about therapy? Or like something like that. Like if it's literally 8 hours, they're feeling sadness, they feel uncomfortable with it, it's making you uncomfortable, they don't really know how to handle it. I would also say it's wonderful that they are feeling. Like
they're valid feelings.
Your feelings are valid. It's so great that you can cue into that. Like, what an experience. Jupiter's in Cancer. You're really making the most of that. Like, there's a lot of positivity around feeling uncomfortable emotions.
There is a time for
if I'm dealing with a client, if I'm dealing with it with somebody like in my environment, which I have a person or two in my life that does aggressive sadness, and it feels almost like an assault, and it feels plutonic. It feels Mercury, Pluto, like they're using some deep thing that's impacting them and trying to, I don't know, share their pain.
Mm-hmm.
And at some level, I feel like I have to protect myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where I think, having, providing boundaries and space, because if you can't, if you offer to, what's going on and can I help you? And they go on about the same thing over and over again for 2, 4, 6, 8 hours. Well, they're wallowing, they're stuck in their pain, and they're just trying to pull people into it with them. And using good boundaries, I think, is crucial there. And again, it depends on what the role is and what relationship you have with them, but it's not really very healthy for people to wallow in their pain.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's funny. I went to this kink thing. It was like this just discussion group thing, and the conversation was on aftercare. So it was on having scenes with people, like BDSM scenes, and how you're supposed to do aftercare. And I actually go to these things to learn about production because these are like scenes where I mean they're not sexual, but they are scenes and they are in the public and people take them very seriously. And it's like people need pre-negotiation and they do need aftercare. And like at this thing, I learned a lot. Like some people were like, "I don't do aftercare. I'm a dom, and I don't do aftercare." They were like, I refer them out to their family and friends. Like there were some doms who were like, "I don't do aftercare," and then there were some people who are like, I have a package with ibuprofen, and like some people were really Virgo about the aftercare, and like so. I mean, I do think I do feel that I want to be somebody who does do aftercare if something happens in a scene in an episode that is tough. Like I do the aftercare or the after negotiation. Like the other day when I accidentally tripped on that person's turn info, I said I was sorry afterwards. Like I feel like I want to do that aftercare. But when somebody, I don't know. I guess it depends on how much. I guess. I mean, like right.
Well, Andy, I think in that situation too, like people they negotiate the aftercare before the scene.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then what's happened in this case is you have no pre-negotiated contract about what kind of aftercare you are or are not willing to give. So I'm wondering if you can, with this person, take a pause and bump it up a level and say, okay, we've talked about this for a bunch of hours. Like, what do you need from me? Right? Like, how do we I don't know how you say it, but like, how do we wrap it up in effect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move it forward. Yeah.
And with aftercare, there's also like you can still have a sub drop or a dom drop that falls outside it. Like you have a hangover even after the aftercare ends, and it's like it becomes that person. Like it's like you learn what that is, and it's like it's my responsibility if I'm going through that drop to nurture myself because the aftercare has already happened and like moved on. I can still connect with my partner and talk about that, but it's like still like you can't control when the feelings end.
Yeah, so they talked about drop in that session that people have like a high after a scene and then they drop. But I will say though,
aftercare doesn't get rid of
certain
it.
thing that happened yesterday, I didn't know I needed to pre-negotiate aftercare because I didn't know it was going to be a fight. I was unaware of that scene turning out the way it did.
Yeah.
So I think maybe that's another thing we need to have blanket at the Moira Press is like, all right, we never know what's going to happen. What is? I mean, yeah, you know what I mean. We're learning things.
Aftercare doesn't have to always fall on your shoulders either, Andy. Like the emotional labor that you then had to put out, it isn't fair, on both sides of that. Sometimes aftercare and preparation for aftercare can look like providing resources, being like, hey, here's some guided meditations that might be helpful. Here's a free yoga that we have an affinity with. The panel work that I do through my 9-to-5 business, we always talk about ethical panel work. And granted, this isn't exactly the level you need to go to with Ricky, but or with any of the shows, but if we have the pre-panel meetings to make sure that people are mentally and emotionally processed enough to go in and not put themselves out there in a way that will actually cause harm. Because in my community, a lot of people overshare and then they regret it and and I think having those resources available and presented to them ahead of time so that they're not in an emotional state while searching for aftercare, that could be really helpful.
Can I throw one weird thought? I used to do I was taught writing class at the jail. So I would get locked down once a week with women who were in prison or in jail. And when you do a writing class with women who are in jail, a lot of them get real deep, real plutonic. And sometimes when they're sharing their writing, they'll read it out loud and they will break down. Mm-hmm. And that's a time where we'd stop and we'd do aftercare. And sometimes they couldn't come back from it. Because when you've reached a certain point of, if you actually go to a depth, think Pluto, diving deep, and you hit something, well, you're there. And though the rest of us are not there too, but that one person is there, And so I really like that idea, Jenna, of having some resources that may be behind the scenes. Andrea, you might be able to send out to them as a private chat, to let them know, hey, I see you're hurting, and we care. And here's some things that might help you right now. And I know you probably don't want to process this here in public, but here's some ways to help you in on your own in the future. Call me if you need. I don't know how far
That's
you
good.
go with that, but within your boundaries, offering that assistance, I think that's beautiful. Yeah, cool.
I love that.
I think one thing my therapist talked to me about was how, like, she mentioned, when you come to therapy, we don't just let you talk to us for 4 hours straight.
Yeah.
Right? Like, no matter how badly you're doing, there's a point where, like, there's no return on that anymore. And I've been in relationships where, like, I don't know if you're exaggerating about talking, but where, like, someone would want that. Like, well, I don't feel better yet, so we need to keep talking. Not necessarily helpful. And I think, like we said at the beginning, like, having some boundaries and be like, but to also just let yourself know that it's cool to be like, it's been an hour. This is like a therapist would cut it off after an hour.
Yeah.
Right. And they do that for good reason. Right. Just a lot of people feel like they could talking will fix it, but often we need to go for a walk. We need to sleep. We need to drink some water. We need to do things that don't seem like they're going to directly help us, but they actually do. They give our brain a bit of chance to relax. Like, I think I told you before about my kidney problem, where it was like causing me all this pain, and what was happening is, like, this blood vessel was wrapped around the ureter, and so when I was digesting things, the blood vessel would fill up and cut off the ureter. And the thing that would cause relief was, like, getting some sort of anesthetic to go to sleep when everything could relax until I got surgery. Just needed to relax, and then it would all sort itself out.
I love that digestion metaphor there, because it's almost like this time away, and instead of just verbally processing kind of like compulsively, it's like we need to digest that experience into wisdom. So taking that time away, supporting what you need, water, are you resting, are you doing hygiene, all that kind of stuff to not have vulnerabilities in other spaces so that you can really digest the experience.
Yeah.
Well,
And never feel guilty about that, cutting it, like, because.
But I do care, and I think that's why I like the resource list to be like, we here do care about you and what happened. Like, I don't want to come off as team unfeeling, so I did all of the long, which she's a friend of mine, so that wasn't like out of character for a friendship. But also, I hear all of what you're saying. Sorry, Jay-Z, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I think the other thing to keep in mind is, like, we're still in that transit, right? So maybe the time element also comes in of that, like, we got to let this energy pass a bit in order for the resolution to come.
That's a good point.
That's so good. Yeah. Amen.
Yeah. Maybe you have a guest coordinator too. I know that was a friend, but, like, it's not always needing that. Like, if someone does need a conversation or a debrief, it doesn't always have to come from you, because I feel like that could be really draining. Because you're also facilitating, like, you're, like, in the conversation as well. Like, I don't know. I just think that could be something that you have support with. And then I'm thinking too, I'm Mercury Saturn. So I think sometimes, like, taking a break could be hard, but it's like, right, like the poem I shared on the open mic night, that was a way of me getting out of this, like, negative loop of like thinking my way into this pattern of, like, creating something was cathartic. Like, I feel like approaching it from, like, a remediation, even, like, that's so kind to that person of, like, specifically these resources might be helpful for you. But I like what Jay-Z said about we're still in that, like, there's gonna feel like a hangover.
Yeah, it's hard because this is where the public gets real mad at you, like, as a production company. Like, this happens in WWF all the time. Like, did they handle the artists well afterwards? Like, if the artist breaks an arm at a WWF match, they have to attend to the aftercare of that, or they break teeth and stuff like that. So it's like, I think for us, the thing isn't physical damage; it's emotional damage, and I think we just want to, I don't know. I hope that wasn't too work related at this event. I actually really wanted to know what you guys did, because I feel like with the Sun Pluto, there's aggressive feelings, whether or not they're anger or sadness. I feel like it's all Plutonian, which is why I brought it up. So, All right, well, that's our time. Okay, sorry.
I was like, we don't really have time for another question.
There's so
Yeah.
many deep questions I'll have to bring next week.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Aquarius season.
Yeah.
Oh, because Mars and Saturn will be, Mars and Pluto will be together then.
Yeah.
So
No more dessert for you guys.
There.
No more.
Dizzy, if you want to be included in the emails, just let me know because we'd love to have you anyway.
Yeah.
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 Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Maureen, for coming. Mickey, thank you, everyone.
Thanks for having me. I enjoyed it.
All right, bye.
Bye.